All right. The grass is always greener on the other side, right? But what you don't know is that the grass on the other side might be fake. Sometimes I get stuck and I think that I'm not good enough. I'm not where I need to be. And I'm sure you feel that way sometimes too. You look at others in your same field, your competitors, your other, for me, it's other YouTubers, other DJs, other producers. And I think, how come they've got it so much better? Why is it so easy for them? Why are they so successful? Why are they making money from this? Sometimes you have to remind yourself that, yes, the grass is greener on the other side, but the grass might be fake. Let me put this camera somewhere a little bit better. So, yes, here's the thing, yeah? I got that quote recently from Togi. Obviously, everybody knows Togi. The thing is, this quote has probably been going around way before him. But it's just when someone of your generation says it, it resonates better. So I'm here to just share some more wisdom for you. Hopefully, it can help guide you in your music career or whatever the hell you're doing. I've been following this new YouTube channel. Honestly, a crazy awesome creator, and I have nothing but praise for the guy. This is him. But in my mind, it looked like he came out of nowhere onto the YouTube scene, and he's doing so much better than I am on YouTube. And honestly, I'm just being vulnerable here. I'm being honest. Those were the thoughts that came to me. Why him? Why not me? Why does his videos get thousands of views, so many comments, so much engagement, so many likes? And why do I have to fight so hard just for a video to get maybe 1,000 views, I mean, man, I'm refreshing my analytics page every single day on my phone, on my laptop, just to see whether my videos are magically being picked up or not. But then I got a bit wiser and I started looking into the guy and obviously found that he's been doing this for years. Not the YouTube game, he's new to the YouTube game, but he's been in the music industry for so many more years than I have even thought about starting to DJ. He's been a DJ maybe 5-6 years before I even started. He's got a different level of game. He knows how to communicate to people. He's been in the DJ scene so that he's able to react to these DJ clips and takes in the music industry and have such a prominent voice. That's his value. That's his green grass, right? When he watches these videos and he comments on it, he's actually got value because he's a professional DJ. I can't sit here and compare myself to him because yes, I've DJ'd, but I can call myself a DJ, but I haven't had years of experience in that industry. I haven't done festivals. This guy's done festivals. So when I sit here and I look at his YouTube channel and I say, why do his videos do so much better than mine? That is such a flawed concept, okay? Because it's not the same playing field. In fact, we're not even doing the same type of videos. I don't do reaction content. I only react to maybe new albums or whatever, And then that made me think, how many times do I actually do that? Because this is not the only case where it happens. And I'm saying this because I know you relate too. You look at others in your field, maybe, not to put myself on a high horse or whatever the hell. I don't even know if I'm using that correctly, but I'm sure there's been 1 or 2 people in the past that have looked at my channel and thought, damn, why does he have so many subscribers? I don't know. Why him? Why does he get views, comments, likes, and subscribers? But what they don't see is that I've been on YouTube for maybe 10 plus years now. Not only on this channel, but I'll show on screen here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's like 8 or whatever, but I even started on YouTube with a different channel under H. I was following the rise of people like Mr. Beast and I wanted to be exactly like them. I started doing gaming content and just like gaming tutorials. I remember the first video I ever did that blew up was like a Borderlands 2 XP glitch farm. It wasn't even a glitch. It was something that had been well documented on YouTube already. I just made a video about it and it got a few thousand views and it was the first video that really blew up, but it didn't get me any new subscribers and I was stuck at like 50 subscribers. And so I can tell you from my first-hand experience, getting to your first 100 subscribers is insanely difficult unless you have a couple of friends that add up to 100 and you can tell them to follow you. But your first organic 100 subscribers that like come from the views are so hard to get, and it's because of social proof. Honestly, it might be different now, but back in the day, if you had a channel, someone randomly stumbles upon it, watches a video of yours, wants to write a comment but sees that no one has written a comment yet, the science goes to him to just not leave that comment because he'll be the only one to have left a comment. And social proof means that you have to fit in, and that's what everyone feels. So people only comment when there's already a conversation happening. People only subscribe when there's already a buzz, when people already have subscribers. videos. People don't like videos if they're the first to like, unless they want to be that guy that is like, hey, first like, first comment. But those people, cherish those people, because they will always come to your videos and I know exactly who you are, and I appreciate you. Because of you guys, that I can actually get traction on my videos. And I consider myself very lucky in this case. But you see, even me from this position, I compare myself to other creators and I say to them in my mind, why not me? And that's why I can tell you that it's totally normal to feel that way, but it's not good to feel that way. The other thing you have to consider is that the grass can be fake on the other side. Not always literally, but just to be completely transparent, when you look at some of my statistics, they're not all natural. My Instagram, I pay so often for my content to be boosted. I pay for boosted posts on Instagram often. When you see a reel of mine that has more than 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000, sometimes 20,000 views, it's because I put a lot of money into that. So that's not natural engagement. That's fake, you know what I mean? It'll get to the point where someone else will see that video and say, why did that video get so many views? Why does this person have so many followers? Hey, maybe they paid for all of that, you know? Like I did. It goes the same on Spotify, right? I have a song right now that's doing the best any of my songs have ever done, and I'm really happy about it. But I'd say a solid 95% of the traction, and I'm not even joking, 95% of the traction that this song has been getting is completely because I paid for it. My song Go Sick, it's at 14.5 thousand plays right now, which is pretty crazy to say. I've never had a song be that successful before. But it's not like I'm gonna be making money from it, because I put in a lot of money to promote it. Alright, I have used playlist promotion, so I go on Submit Hub and I pay curators to listen to my track. Half of the curators I sent it to declined, and the other half added it to their playlists, but that's why the song got so high up, is because I spent loads of money to promote it. I think on the playlists like £40, £30 alone. You know what I mean? And then I went on Instagram again and I boosted the reels. I mean, this is not what you normally do in the music industry, but the average person doesn't know that. And so other music producers, well, might look at my profile and say, why is this song doing so well? It's probably because it's better than my music. It's like, no, it's because it's not organic. It's like, sorry to be a doomer, but I paid for that song to do better. And I'm just saying this again to be vulnerable, to be honest with you, because you deserve to know the truth so that you can get on with your career, with your life. Like, sometimes things just look great, but you gotta remember, sometimes the grass came pretty brown and it was just like painted over with dollar bills. You know what I mean? I'm literally just saying this to remind you that even a small success is a great success if you've earned it. If you are a content creator as well and your video on YouTube only got 500 views, only got 300 views, well, look at it like this. How much do your videos normally get? If your videos normally get only 100 views, then 500 is a big win. That's a 5 times win. Bro, if you just multiply those numbers, a YouTuber that on average gets 1,000 views suddenly gets 5,000 views. For him, it's a big win. A small win can still be a big win for you if you compare it to where you used to be. And that's really how you advance. That's really, you have to track yourself and compare only to yourself, never to other people, because you don't know what they did to get to that point or even why they're doing that. You just have to compare yourself to your previous self. The reason why I just love YouTube so much is because the analytics are focused towards you bettering yourself. I know I'm looking at it way too much and analyzing it way too much when all I should be doing is just making more content. Don't think too much about why and how, and just do better. Just make another video. The time that you waste analyzing what you did wrong with your video, you could have just used to plan a better video. Here's another thing, just to add on to the whole fakeness. This video right here that I did recently, which happened to not do quite well, but I thought it was, from a technical standpoint, one of the best videos I've ever made. This 10 music production tips to never run out of ideas. I didn't even write the whole idea. I came up with the rough idea, but I asked ChatGPT to phrase it the best way possible. I asked ChatGPT, what should my thumbnail look like? This was AI generated, basically. Obviously, I recorded the whole video myself. All of the music I made in the video, I did completely by myself. Just the thumbnail, the title, the topics, the idea that was ideated with AI. And now take that line of thinking with the people that you're comparing yourself to. Maybe they have more resources than you do. Maybe they have so much more time and money to invest into them looking better, because it's all vanity. They just want to look good. Half of the reason people join YouTube is so they can look good. And I can't even lie, that was part of the reason why I wanted to join YouTube when I was a kid, is because honestly, I didn't have much going for me back then. Like I wasn't, I wanted to be popular in high school, but I wasn't handsome, wasn't tall, wasn't really good at any sports. I had a couple of good friends, but I couldn't really talk to girls. So I went into music and I went into YouTube. And honestly, best thing that ever happened to my life, because I found something that I love. And you just have to remember that that's a big win. If you have that in your life, even if it isn't going successful right now, just having that something that you think about every day, that's a big win. All right, so my camera cut out, but let me just try to get back to where I was talking about. If you want to win the game at YouTube and you want to do AdSense, you need a certain amount of watch time hours. And I think you need 1,000 subscribers too. It's just really difficult to just start earning with AdSense. So you have to look at other ways. A lot of people do Patreon when they are like personality-based YouTubers, and I started doing that a while back. Didn't work. I even did like YouTube membership. But like I said, it's for personality-based YouTubers, and I took a hard look at myself in the mirror, metaphorically, and I just feel like I'm not a personality-based YouTuber. The reason why people come to my channel is for music production stuff. It's for the stuff that I create, not my personality. How do I put it? The content is not me. The content is my music. So why would people subscribe and pay for a membership for me when my music is the product? So therefore, I started creating sample packs and preset packs, and that started doing pretty well. Again, just being completely clear and honest, putting everything on the table here. That was a whole journey. I have a whole business behind it. It's my record label that I'm running with a few other people. Even though there's loads of overhead costs, I started breaking even, and I even started making a little bit of profit. Nowhere near enough to even just support my own living, so I still have a part-time job right now. Here comes my point to this super long rant. It's not like when you click on my channel, it says part-time YouTuber. No, it just shows all the highlights, as does any social media. Any and all social medias just show the highlights of what's going on, and it's kind of made that way. Like when you click on my channel, it's made to look like, oh, look at all I've got going on. But anyway, long-winded way again to just say that don't compare yourself to others. You don't know what their journey is, and you've got a different journey. And when you're comparing yourself to these other people, if you really think about it, you're comparing yourself to the top 5, maybe even top 1% of people on your platform, on Spotify, on YouTube, whatever you're comparing yourself to. You're not comparing yourself to all the other people. They don't exist. Like, you don't know that they exist. But the simple fact that you're out on these platforms, the simple fact that you are a music producer, a DJ, or a YouTuber, whatever it is you're doing, the simple fact that you're out there already puts you ahead of 80 to 90% of the people that you don't know yet. I'm not gonna say it again, I'm just gonna let it come up on screen. Alright guys, have a good evening, or morning, afternoon, whatever you are doing right now. Peace.